Sound. Okay, we're live. Hello and welcome back, my Royal Rogues. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Royal Rogue, and I told you we're going to ride in without intro this time on another live. We're all together. Remember to hit the like button because it's the easiest way to support my channel. And let's see who we have here. Remember to please write, where are you watching from? I always, maybe today I will not read your cities or many of your cities, but we can see it in the chat and we can share that we are all over the world, that we are a force to be reckoned with. As you can see, and well, here, my throat and my voice is in better shape today, so maybe we can go past that 30-minute mark. Maybe we can get to the 40-minute mark. Maybe we can get to, not gonna make any promises, but today is gonna be a special live talking about this. The birthday party. You know whose birthday party are we talking about? That's something that happened at that birthday party that People magazine wants to sell us. A concept. Something that happened at that birthday party. At beautiful, wonderful party, but I would say that where's the proof? And we're going to be talking about that. But before, I have an announcement to make. We are already 190,000 Royal Rogues on the Royal Rogue channel, and that is just awesome. We're so close to 200,000, and what is weirder is that number down there, this number that you can see here. Unique viewers is 750,000 unique viewers. That's the amount of viewers I have every month, and only 190,000 have subscribed. So if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. It's completely free, and you help support my channel, and we get to those 200,000 rogues. We're gonna get there eventually, but it's easier if you hit the subscribe button. So let's get down to it. Let's do this. And what do we have here for People magazine? Did I say Hello magazine? Well, it's People magazine. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry celebrate Princess Lilibet's third birthday with party at Montecito home. Exclusive, because you know that People magazine has become the new Newsweek. Newsweek, by the way, was one of the mainstream media outlets that run the news of the Nigerian First Lady attacking Meghan, and then they backtrack. And I don't know why the Sidley twins got all the flag, but we talked about that yesterday. Ahead of daughter Lily's birthday on June 4th, friends and family gathered at the Duke and Duchess of Sussex's California home for a celebration over the weekend. How is that possible? And this, you know that those tidbits that usually appear at the start of these articles are like a way to summarize what you're going to read in the article itself. And this caught my attention. Meghan described her kids, Archie and Lily, as very chatty and sweet during her recent trip to Nigeria with Harry. Where did that come from? I'm going to ask legitimate questions. I'm keeping an eye on your comments as we speak. Did you hear at any point, did you read anywhere that Meghan being in Nigeria with Harry, with her handbag, had Archie and Lily around? Because I didn't. And this is my job, like being entertaining for you about the royals and non-royals, and I did not hear anything about that. So it's the first thing that caught my attention. Has nothing to do with the party. And why? Meghan described her kids, Archie and Lily, as very chatty. And very chatty with whom? Because we saw Meghan and Harry all the time, and the kids were nowhere to be found. Did they take nannies? But we already know the reports of these same outlets that retaining the nannies at Montecito has proven to be a bit difficult, That's not an easy task. And my projection is that they have gone through at least three-digit nannies, at least 100 nannies. But no, we haven't heard anything of the sort that Archie and Lily were in Nigeria. So maybe Meghan got the reports from the nannies back home that Archie and Lily were very chatty while their parents were in Nigeria. Nobody knows. Again, I am just reading the subtitles, the subheadings, the headlines of these outlets. I'm not saying anything else. I'm just verbatim what you see here and asking the logical questions. But let's move on. This wall of text. I know that you don't like this wall of text. I like to be interacting with you. Oh my God, but your comments, your comments can be quite rough. Maybe, I don't know. I don't want to. Let me see. Oh, oh, I cannot. I'm going to move on because at the moment I cannot highlight any of your comments, but I will do later. The family celebrated over the weekend with a party at home in Montecito, California, People confirms. Among the guests, I am not making this up, among the guests were close friends and family, as well as some of Lily's friends. Then I had to ask the obvious question. Oh yeah. Thank you, Paul, for this. Paul Donnan pointed this out. Meghan said during a speech that Lily said, "I see me in you." That is the title of a children's book by Dr. Michael Daly. I know that there can be coincidences. It has happened. I'm a fan of science as well. I know that in the scientific, like in the 18th century, there were a lot of coincidences of people discovering the same things at the same time. But Meghan is something else. I mean, Meghan is something else in terms of coincidences, and how she lifts quotes and lifts sentences and anecdotes and things that I cannot maybe get too much into it, because that is the kind of things my attorneys tell me that maybe just quote here and here, but you know how it started with Meghan, that she lifts, borrows something blue. The birthday had close family. What close family, if I might ask? That is my question. What close family are we talking about? Because, Harry's family, it's not. It's not close by any means. Not close geographically, and close to his heart. Anything. He made sure to sever that connection with his family, right? So the side would be Meghan's side, which could be Doria, because, you remember that in the wedding, Doria was the only one invited to her wedding, and all of Meghan's cousins were shunned. They simply did not exist. And when it comes to close friends and family, this is the only thing that I can think of. Okay, because you know that Oprah has built a wall, okay, almost a literal wall between her and Megxie and all of those friends. I think the last friend that we saw that she was more or less, besides Serena Williams, of course, was this Anastasia, what's it? Abigail Spencer, right? And she was hanging out with Meghan, and she was one of the jam receivers. But this is the magic trio. This is the basic. This is the, I don't know. We need to give them a name, but it is a fact that Meghan has a cute name for them. You know that so much cariño in Spanish, right? It's something heartfelt for this three. You got Missan, you got Doria, and you got Marcus Anderson. So my best guess is that Meghan calls them MDMA. Nice, right? Cute name, MDMA. Maybe she has feelings for that word. I don't know. I don't want to elaborate on that joke that much. And something is true. Thanks, Susan Brampton. Doria is the only one left. But I have to tell you, I'm a big fan of crime novels, and I'm a big fan of Agatha Christie. And when Suzanne said that Doria is the only one left, I was about to make an Agatha Christie joke. And, well, I was going to get in trouble. Thanks, Jenny, for doing the right thing and, well, making it politically correct. 10 vertically challenged persons of ethnic origin. You know that story, and there were none? I cannot. You know how that story is called in Spanish? That novel, right? Could be considered a novel. It's almost a novella. I cannot repeat that in here, the name. The actual name of And There Were None, that book from Agatha Christie. No, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it because someone is going to go find it for yourself. Okay, go find it for yourself. Google, how is that Agatha Christie book, And There Were None, the name in Spanish, okay? Just Google it. Not gonna say it out loud. I know how the internet works. I know that someone's gonna clip that word out of context and just make some kind of deep fake magic, black magic, and frame me for something. I'm not gonna fall for that. Let's move on. So, I want to to ask that question. We have this, we haven't finished this topic, by the way. We have this party, right? And we have absolutely zero proof of that. Okay, you might say that Meghan is very private, but People magazine mentions close family and gives no details. That is suspicious, right? They say close family, no details. They say close friends, and they give no details. I can understand that you can be private with your kids. That's perfectly fine. And that is even commendable nowadays, that so many people, so many influencers just practically merge their kids online. So being private with your kids, that's okay. But why can't you name some of the guests? Who are those close family members? Who are those close friends? No pictures. Okay, you want to know why there are no pictures. I'm going to give you the real reason why there are no pictures. There could be pictures, and their pictures were taken. But the problem with this kind of things is that Meghan, let's say that she has set a price that is too high for the exclusive of those pictures, and it's no longer a good business. To give you an idea of how much we're talking about, we're not talking about double the price of the market of a celebrity. When a celebrity has a birthday or maybe even a wedding, they sell the exclusive, right? And they sold exclusive to People Magazine. And People Magazine, the first thing that they will say is, well, our media is visual. We want pictures. How much is it for the exclusive with the pictures? And the price is not double. The price is not even 3 times. The price is not even 5 times, not even 10 times. We are talking about 20 times what is usually paid for the exclusive with pictures. Okay? I'm going to praise Megan about this. Well, she knows how I'm going to say this, how valuable are those exclusive pictures of the close family and the close friends. But People Magazine says, you know what? You're fine with exclusive about telling about the close family and the close friends. You know how this works. Like Megan has gotten herself out of that market. I mean, the pictures of Megan are no longer profitable because you run the numbers. You pay for the pictures, okay, with a normal price. You run them on your magazine, and of course, your magazine gets, well, flies off the shelves, right? It flies off the shelves. You recoup your investment in the pictures. Everybody's happy. But what happens if the pictures are simply too expensive? You're not going to lose money. You're not going to lose money. Not even if it's Meghan and Harry or whatever pictures they want to show, because we don't even know what kind of pictures do they want to show. If that picture that I sometimes show you, that picture at Frogmore Cottage, which is in black and white, and they're all with their backs turned to the camera, People Magazine would say, "Are you kidding? Are you playing with us or something?" So they said, "You know what? We will pass this time. We're fine." So that's what is happening with Meghan and Harry. Not that they want a lot of privacy, is that they want the actual moolah, the actual money for those pictures. That's it. I don't know what would be the word, the British word for that, for lana, plata, money. What would be the British colloquial word for that? I would like to know. So let's keep moving. Let's keep moving. Now you know why. And this is gonna be repeated itself until you see the pictures. This is not gonna be. I'm gonna switch to this one. This is not gonna be like William and Catherine that are like jumping the royal journalists and the royal photographers, taking the pictures themselves, editing themselves, publishing themselves on their Twitter account, on their X account. No, because Meghan wants the money. So the moment you see a family picture of the articles, a family picture, you will know that it's because, well, finally Meghan decided to lower the price, so it was profitable to any of these outlets to, well, we are going to run with that story, with the pictures. Because if not, we have no details. But if we don't have even details of the said close friends and family, all right? This is Wonga or Dosh. Yeah, the Dosh. Show me the Dosh. Right? Oh my God. I don't know if Lynn, I hope, you know that sometimes I'm afraid that you can just put a word and I say it out loud and I'm going to just do something crazy. Dosh. All right. Yeah, I remember. But I need to practice my British English. Dosh. Dosh. Right? A dosh. Mola. Dosh. Filthy lucre. Cheddar. Cheese. Oh, I love everything that has to do with money. Everything that I love money so much that I have a PayPal link in the description. If you want to send a gift, I have a PayPal link in the description of this video. Oh my God, what a grifter. This Meghan and Harry's Netflix show takes a dive But that doesn't make sense. Because if you take a dive, because you were at some point, a high point at some point, you get the pond, right? A high point at some point, and then takes a dive. But what high point? As rivals Victoria and David Beckham's very candid docu-series hits #1. Blah, blah, blah. We don't have the numbers here, but we have the numbers right here. No? Click. Engagement figures for 2023 released last week. You know that Netflix is rather murky with these numbers, so we have to take them with a grain of salt either way. Like this movie with Jennifer Lopez about Atlas, which is really bad, by the way. It's #1 worldwide. Okay, whatever you say. I prefer to watch reruns of Dr. House than that Ravel. Revealed that the Beckham's eponymous documentary hit the top spot for global viewing with a whopping 43.9 million views between July and December last year. In that same period, Harry and Meghan's limited series volumes 1 and 2 limped in with just 1.9 million views and 12 million total views across the year. To put things in perspective, my roguies, the Royal Rogue has already more than 80 million views since that we're about to be 2 years old. I don't know. Maybe it was through these days. I'm just a mess with anniversaries. I'm a mess with dates. I don't know if our first live stream. Oh my God. I would not be able to forgive myself if I just forgot. Let me check that out. I know that our first live stream was in June 2022. Oh my God, but what day was it? Let me see. I'm gonna check it. Let me see your chat. I want to see your chat while I look for this. Oh my God. Don't tell me it's today. Don't tell me it's today, because it's gonna be what day? What day is it? What? Oh no. Wait a minute. Oh my God, I have a very bad feeling about this. Oh no, right. The first one ever was in June 25, 2022. Okay, that was close enough. I knew that it was in June. I was really worried that, oh my God, don't tell me it's today, because we need to prepare something. We need to do something for that anniversary. 25 June 2022 was the first live ever I did for the Royal Rogue, and at the same time was the first live I ever did on the road. I was not in my studio, I was at a hotel room, and I said, let's do this. Let's go live for the Royal Rogue. Let's just go full gossip to make this a spin-off from the Bottle Language Guy channel. And here we are. So let's talk about something that is bothering me as well, my roguies. Let's talk about something else that is bothering me. And it's why people keep calling Catherine Kate Middleton. And it's something that it's just triggering for me. Okay? It's just triggering for me because at some point, I remember that I followed the Neil Sean rule. Neil Sean hasn't answered my emails anymore, so I don't know. Maybe he doesn't check his inbox. I sent him a Happy New Year on January. Never got an answer. I got an answer from Lady C, but not from him. But I remember that I followed the Neil Sean rule. That is, you say Catherine the first couple times you mention her on a video. And when there's a passing reference that you have to mention her quickly in the middle of the video, you say Kate. Okay, that's fair. Now I say Catherine all the time. I don't know. It's something that I feel that it's more appropriate, right? I have never ever seen William call her Kate ever again. So I think I should follow the leader in this case. So I was seeing this. You know that I always check my royal news in the morning. I think Richard Eden has a new show or program. I don't know if it's in the same channel. I don't know, but I still wish him good luck. I wish everyone good luck. I think it's inside the Daily Mail Royals, whatever. But this is what bothered me. He tweets, "How did Kate Middleton become the most influential member of the royal family? Watch the pilot edition of Eden's Royals and let me know, blah, blah, blah." And the title of the video itself is, "How did Kate Middleton became the most influential royal woman?" But, okay. I know what you're thinking. Some of you are thinking he's gonna talk about the history, progression from 20 years ago to this moment. Okay, that is valid. But this is my point. And I tweeted that. And I tweeted to Richard and he answered. I'm going to put my tweet first. "Hey, Richard, I'm curious. If you still call Thailand Siam, you know that Thailand used to be named Siam, or use the correct current name of the country. According to your logic, you would make a video named How Did Siam Became the Most Visited Country in Southeast Asia?" That is an analogy. It's the same. All right. How did Catherine become the most influential member of the royal family? How did Siam? No, you would say how did Thailand became the most visited country in Southeast Asia? You get my point, right? You know why I'm asking you this? And he answered. He replied, in fact. He replied very politely. "The program is about her life, from Kate Middleton to Princess of Wales." That's obvious. I agree with that. And great topic, by the way. I suppose that a progression of her life, right? But using the Thailand example, it's obvious that at some point you would talk about the time it was called Siam, because at some point she was called Kate Middleton. All right. But you would not call it Siam in the title. You would not call her Kate Middleton in the title. Absolutely not. The title would be misleading. If you included Siam in the title, would be misleading, would be incorrect. Come on, dude. This is grade school level common sense. I'm telling you, my reasoning is ironclad. And of course, I got no response from him anymore, because there's no way you can defend that. That the analogy is right there. So some say this is because this social media platforms is still the algorithms. I have worked with Google intensely. I used to be a blogger. I should retake writing again. And I studied how to optimize my articles for search. I know how all that works. And recently, like 1 week ago, there was a huge leak of how Google works in terms of search. There is no need to call her Kate Middleton anymore. There is absolutely zero need to call her Kate Middleton because Google is gonna prefer the searches about her. No. Google, well, in some instances can be stupid. But in that instance, it is not stupid. It knows from the context of the video or the articles in this case that you're talking about Catherine, Princess of Wales. YouTube knows about Catherine. YouTube has 4 different robots, four AIs that watch our videos and understand what our videos are about. You don't have to put Kate Middleton because, they're not going to understand who she is. Bollocks. It's just plain bollocks. You know why they put Kate Middleton in there? You want to know why they put Kate Middleton as her name? Because it's like a demeaning way of expressing about Catherine. They just cannot stand that she's so popular. And it's not me saying that she's popular. Everybody knows, every poll in the UK, every poll in the USA, make a poll at any point and you will see that. And it's like, we cannot call her Catherine, Princess of Wales. Or they do this. We were making fun yesterday about Princess Kate. Who is Princess Kate? Princess Kate does not exist. That has never existed. That's like a chimera that it's absurd. So why is that? Why they say Prince William, the Prince of Wales, and they just can't say Catherine, Princess of Wales? Now you know the reason, and I can assure you has nothing to do, my experience has nothing to do with a Google or a YouTube search. That is pure malice. That is pure in bad faith. That is why more and more I try to just not listen to this. Guys, I have this picture, by the way. I was talking about Thailand. Had this picture, but I also had this picture of this absolutely generated by artificial intelligence, very friendly doctor. And it will be like if you have a doctor, okay, Dr. Jones, okay, and you don't call Dr. Jones, you don't say Dr. Jones, but you address him by his, Bachelor of Biology. It's a given. Maybe he has a bachelor or master's degree in biology. That's great. He went through that. But right now, he's a doctor and he should be addressed that way. That's the same example with Catherine. That is plain logical. So every time you see these journalists with their shiny new programs and shows and whatnot, going for, yes, I'm going to do this and that and say Kate Middleton and use it in the title, it's in bad faith. Again, I can understand it's a historical recollection that at some point you're going to call her Kate Middleton. I'm not stupid. Nobody is discussing that. But it's the headline. It's how she is addressed on those headlines. And I wanted to ask if it's something that the Richards have not taken their meds recently. Because we got Richard Eden, but we also have this from Richard Palmer. It's like a pandemic of dumb Richards. A year hit by illness has thrown the spotlight on other members of the royal family and shown the value of a more traditional approach to duties. Are there lessons for the Duke and Duchess of Sausages and the Prince and Princess of Wales to learn? I do my best to keep my show family friendly, but what the F are you talking about, Richard? This other Richard. Tell me, what do you mean by a more traditional approach? Tell me, what do you mean? How do you include the words traditional approach to duties and Duke and Duchess of Sausages in the same sentence, with the same paragraph? Tell me how. I need something like a very strong coffee in the morning to try to get through this. Okay? To get through this, I have to put the Matthew McConaughey. It's like this. I'm gonna do my magic here, because I have magic here that I can use, and I can show you memes in real time, and I have the memes, and I absolutely will show you. This is me. This is me reading that stuff in the mornings. I mean, what is happening? Have they been hacked? It's someone, I don't know, this line of apes like hitting a keyboard and tweeting for them. I don't know. It's something that's baffling to me. Why would they do this? But then I understand that the world itself is a bit crazy. You know, the world itself it's a bit crazy, and for some reason I need to remind you of this cover again. You remember this this thing? You remember this, right? You remember this, Variety, but it's not Megan that we are talking about here. We're talking about Variety, and something that tells us a bit off the topic of the royals, but it has to do with the royals at the same time. But it's this. This is a proof that talent is overrated. That Variety has an issue of actors on actors. You know, you have an actor that talks about the work of another actor, and they put Kim Kardashian on the cover. I mean, I don't need to remind you what is the only single piece of acting that this lady has ever really starred in, because the Kardashians and the reality shows, none of that counts, because that is just playing herself. But you know what, she has been the star at some point. Not gonna repeat it, but how do you do this? To just pay for it, to just pay for clout. I don't know. I don't want to go that way as well. I don't want to mention. Did you know? Were you aware about what happened with the Lion King and Northwest? Not gonna go that. You can comment that on the live chat. That Northwest was in the Lion King because Kim just pulled some strings, made some calls, and it didn't go exactly. I mean, sometimes one can be okay with the nepotism as long as the people try to do things right. But I'm not going to elaborate on that. That is too harsh. And we were talking about children of famous people yesterday with Sean Lennon, and thanks to Jen Carson Taylor, we also have this. I've had 3 or 4 death threats since making fun of Harry's book title, and then later saying it was justified because he's an idiot and that he and I both deserve to be mocked. Yeah, internet. Yes, the internet is like a box of chocolates. You never know who's gonna troll you, attack you, wish you everything that you can imagine. That is so many things, but at the same time, it's an endless source of fun. Like headlines like this: Meghan Markle and Prince Harry could find refuge in friendly country if forced to quit U.S. And which country it is? Which country do you think it is? I'm gonna give you an opportunity to give you a guess. Which country do you think that friendly country it is? The picture gives a hint of said friendly country, if they are expelled from the US, if they're booed enough in the US. And I'm gonna give you one hint, one visual hint. You know that I love visuals, and in every single way, this is the hint. This is which is the country that Harry will be moving his family, his wife and children real soon if he keeps being bullied in the US. Did you guess it? Oh yeah, exactly that, Lady B of Bellside. Trudeau County. Yes. Canada. Oh, Canada. I remember in the first Deadpool movie when Ryan Reynolds used Canada in a funny way. Oh, Mars. It is not Mars. No, Victoria. It cannot be Mars. I want to go to Mars. You know that I want to go to Mars. I will make that 6-month trip to Mars, and I will make a live stream from Mars at some point. I will do it. You will. I will tell you in advance, of course, and I'm going to make that trip. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. No, it's Canada. If you answer Canada, you're right. Oh yes, Canada. I just put it like Harry with a moose antlers, but it so happens that Canada. Oh my God! Wait a second. It so happens that Canada is not that keen on having the articles around. I'm gonna put you a video of them in Canada, and you're gonna see how they were treated at Whistler, the real way. Let's watch this. No, that is not gonna be not a good plan, not a great plan, as Tony Stark says, not a great plan. But my God. Oh yes, that was you. That was you booing the articles. HRH Queen Angelita. Well, good for you. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your service. Prince of Canada. Oh, that doesn't sound very well. We need to find something else to call Harry. And one last thing that I want to cover today. I have a lot of fun today. Have you had a lot of fun today? My best intention is that you have fun with these live streams, and we interact with the comments, and we come up with ways to troll the articles, because it's so easy that anybody can do it. Even if I put real work into these lives, Remember to hit the subscribe button. We need to reach 200,000 subscribers before, I don't know, maybe we can reach that before our anniversary. Maybe we can reach 200,000 Rogies before the 25th of June. You think it's possible? It's just as easy as hitting the subscribe button, and you will help me immensely to get to that goal. Chester decorated with 100,000 flowers. I mean, it's good to be a decabillionaire. That is great. I'm gonna tell you, magnificent. You're a billionaire. Live the life that you want. Beautiful, wonderful. Go for it. Good for you. That's great. Paid for by Duke of Westminster to mark his marriage to Olivia Hanson as preparations for wedding of Britain's most eligible bachelor kick off. Oh, that is gonna be. I don't know. Maybe they can invite Maluma to sing in there. They should. I don't know. But This is what this is the side of things that we have to address. Prince Harry declined. Prince Harry declined invite to Duke of Westminster's wedding. Understanding between two friends, exclusive. The Duke of Sausages sends his love of support and admiration for the couple on their upcoming nuptials. A source tells, you guess it, People magazine. I will take things that never happened for $200, Alex. This never happened. I don't think Harry was invited. Why? Why would the Duke of Westminster put himself in such a predicament? No, not a good look. Not necessary. And some of you, I don't know the details of this relationship between these two guys, but some of you, I've seen on Twitter that some of you mentioned that they haven't had that much of an interaction, that it has been already blown out of proportion. I think it was Kate Mansi. Let's see for Kate Mansi. It was Kate Mansi saying, "Oh, Harry's not going to the wedding." Yeah, right here. I'm gonna copy and paste with my magic meme maker for the win. I'm telling you, this is something. There's Kate Bansett here. Why Harry's a no-show at the most exclusive wedding of the year? My feature here. No feature is needed, Kate. No feature is needed. He was not invited, but oh no, Harry, poor Harry. Harry, despair. Spare us. Spare us. Why is that not invited? Never happened. I don't know how to. I do want to rain on your parade, Kate. You know that I used to have all these royal journalists blocked, and I was missing on so much fun. What was I thinking? I don't know, but one can correct his own ways, and I corrected my own ways, and I unblocked all of them, and they sometimes even reply my messages, as long as they don't have so much common sense that they just cannot fight my level of reasoning, because it's over them. That's it. Some of you have said, what sets me apart from those royal journalists? It's easy. I don't have any editorial bridles. Bridles is a way to pronounce that word, right? Bridle or bridle. Is it bridle? You know the horses. Bridle. I don't have editorial bridles. I do what I want. I say what I want, as long as, of course, I don't get in trouble with the law. I don't get in trouble to get sued. I try to be amusing, entertaining. It is not my job to attack people. That's not what I want. I just read headlines. I try to be amusing. I try to give you the best entertainment in royals and non-royals. But these people, these people are not even serious in one way or funny in a way. I make them funny because I don't know how they get paid to this. And I can understand that Richard Eden is the royal editor, right, of the Daily Mail. I mean, he must get handsomely paid for this, right? Right? Well, but I don't know. That's what I suppose. I don't know which other news are recently here. Let me just make a quick check. Oh, there is no new. Well, these days, I've realized something. I think we have 5 minutes. These days I realized something, my rogues. I'm going to make full headshot. Maybe headshot with chat. Why not? I like to see your chat running right there. Now you can write and you will appear right there. Let me see your super chats, by the way. Super chats. I feature super chats before we go further. Before I say something that is important. Oh, great. Sonia Patterson, here's a gift for you, Jesus, to buy a few cupcakes. Thank you. I love cupcakes. To celebrate Lily's birthday. Thank you for all you do. My pleasure, Sonia. Okay, there's a super chat. Psychedelic Yoda, congratulations on the number of views. Jesus, yes, we are so close to 100 million views. I think I got around 5 million views a month. So I think I can have, we can have 100 million views this year, 2024. So you're going to be 200,000 rogues, 100 million views. These numbers are big. Totally awesome. It has been 2 years. Well, I can't complain. It's a very British, right? I can't complain. And Emo, Pierre character doing a shaka sign, which is hand saying cool. Thank you, Emo. So let's talk about something important. I always find that line from the Glenn Ross speech. Let's talk about something important. I've learned through these live streams, I have gained a lot of experience talking about the Royals. You know that you notice that I have better energy, but much more fluent. I don't have this like gaps in my speaking. I try to keep my slides as quick as possible, as witty as possible, as well prepared as possible. I know that some of you complain about the long lives at first. I know I didn't have the experience and the speech and the English, the command of the English language. And English, I have to insist, makes no sense at all. I don't know what kind of sadistic supervillain made up all this. You know, all these roots. We have Germanic and all these roots of the English language, and that's why you have actually to memorize all these silly pronunciations. It's like the word adult. How do you say that? Adult or adult? I have heard both things, but the thing is that I digress. It has been a marvelous experience, these 2 years of lives, good lives, not so good lives, long, short, recorded, shorts, has been everything. We have been live and trooping the color. We have been together in so many ways. And right now, you remember that September last year, I had like a month that I did lives every day. There were these quick lives of 20 or 30 minutes. Right now, these lives are like pretty much not scripted. I just have my slides in order and I try to go through them and going with your comments and feeling that feedback and feeling that energy. So for the time being, for a little while, I will keep doing these lives more or less at the same time. It will be like 9:30 p.m. London time, maybe 9 p.m., 10 p.m. It depends, but it's going to be the same time. See, there's a lot of energy. If there's enough content, of course, we can do longer lives. If there's not enough content, I will try to find, for example, when we talk about history or other thing, or make those classic Meghan Markle body language analysis. There's so much to find entertainment from, and there's so much to find amusing topics from. So I think that is the best thing that we should aim for. Your entertainment. Have a good time. I'm having a great time with these lives. 1 hour is how much? Oh my God, it's almost 1 hour. 1 hour goes like a breeze, and I feel exhilarated with a lot of energy. I can feel your energy. I believe on that energy and I feel that good mojo. That good mojo that you send with your laughter, with your comments, with everything. I believe in all that because I can feel it. I can physically feel it and I project it back at you, and that's what bonds us together, my wonderful, beautiful, royal rogues. Let me see, there's one super chat, I think. One super sticker. Thank you, Guillen. Pure character, bowing down saying thank you. My pleasure. Another super sticker from Emo. Hippo character and tactical gear. Tactical gear. I love tactical gear. Excellent. Wonderful. Oh my God, there's the hippo with the tactical gear. It's like a Counter-Strike hippo. My voice was almost pure only thanks to you. That's energy, the flow of energy. We will be meeting here tomorrow at the same time on another live because this is so much fun and we are here to have some fun. We are here to be entertained. And again, this is only possible thanks to you, my rogues. More than 3,000 Royal Rogues every night. That is just awesome. I feel flattered, I feel humble, and I feel thankful for being able to share this with you, my Royal Rogues. My Royal Rogues, my name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Royal Rogue. And until we meet on another video or another live, remember the most important words: much love and bliss. Take care, because I love every single one of you. Bye-bye.